Hello, Chris from Channel X here, and I'm here on the GFS Open Day with Sarah Edmonds Illustration, and I've got Sarah herself with us and some of your products behind us. But Sarah, tell us a little bit about your business and what you do.
So I've been designing my range of products for nearly 10 years now. In 2013, I came up with the idea to do a chart of tits, garden birds, and the collection of pun-led nature charts has grown over the last 10 years since then. So we've got a range of products in the background. I've got boobies, including the blue-footed booby, and a chart of peckers, hooters, which is owls, and really playing on words, but embracing a love of nature and everyone's cheeky side. So that is the idea behind the brand, but I put those designs onto cards, but also a lot of gifts. So tea towels and coasters and mugs, and have been kind of expanding the collection and the portfolio of designs ever since. And as part of the business, my partner Matt also works with me, so we are a family business as well.
And you're based down on the South Coast.
Yes.
But tell me a bit about your sales and how they've grown over the years. So you've got your own website, but you sell on other platforms as well.
That's right. So I started selling on Etsy. I joined Etsy in 2013 as well. And at the beginning, I was just selling a few designs as prints and cards, but that was alongside working as a freelance illustrator. And I had a few other prints, sometimes screen prints that I'd put on my Etsy site, and I'd put a bit more time into Etsy if I had the time, or if I was working on a commission project with a museum or something, then my Etsy would just sort of tick along in the background. But I really saw things start to grow in 2016 when I took my designs and I put them on tea towels, and people really liked that as a gift item. We had done a few fairs, Christmas fairs, and had lots of people queuing up wanting tits and boobies and cocks and shags, I think it was at the time, and wanting those tea towels. And so so that was just on Etsy. But then in 2017, I started working with a more local fulfilment warehouse to us. And in using Fulfilment, it freed up my time to expand the range, to do trade shows, take some time off maternity leave, and just feel like outsourcing to Fulfilment was the way forward for growing the business. And then in the years that followed the lockdown and pandemic, I realised I needed a larger fulfilment warehouse who could give me more of a computerised system and support my growth as a business, and that's where I came to GFS.
And I think it's really interesting because having walked around GFS with you today, they're not just shifting boxes for you, they're doing a whole lot more. Can you tell us a bit more about how your mug orders are handled and about your candy stripe bags?
So in the journey of my stock, from arriving here from the manufacturer to going out the door as an order, there's quite a few different steps to it. So GFS will receive my stock from the manufacturer, whether that is the tea towels or mugs or cards, and the tea towels already have they're folded into a belly band, and just seeing if there's one behind us there, and then they can go straight onto the shelves because the manufacturer has prepared them. With the mugs, my manufacturer just sends them as a box of mugs, with just like loose mugs, but what I've worked with GFS to source the right box and the right inner packaging, to then kit all those up and then put them on the shelves with the label ready to be picked for an order, for fulfilling an order. And something else that I've always done since the offset is, since the outset, is anytime someone orders something, I'll put the order together into like a striped paper bag and seal it with a sticker. So it's like a gift. And that is...
So if I'm ordering it, when I open it, I'm getting that unboxing feeling.
Absolutely.
But also if I'm gifting it, it's almost ready to go.
Away. Exactly. So then at that end, once our orders are being picked and packed, there's a stage on the packing bench where a loaner who packages our orders up, she'll put, say if someone's ordered a card and a coaster and a tea towel, she'll put them into one of our striped bags and seal them with the sticker, and then it goes into its box or envelope.
So I've got to be honest, I've known hundreds of businesses over the years, and everyone that starts their own business, it's so personal, and packaging them up lovingly and caringly, knowing that the recipient is going to receive this dream gift, is part of the pleasure of running your own business. But obviously that's not scalable. And as you get bigger, you've got to let go and trust someone else to do the packaging. Was that a bit of a wrench? Were you worried that things wouldn't be packaged to your standards? And how has it actually gone with GFS?
It's been absolutely fine. I think from the beginning, I always said, right, well, I know how my packaging is. I would like everything to go into the paper bag and have the sticker on it, and then into the envelope it goes with also one of our little cards or flyers, and they're able to add all these little things and just tailor the quote to us as a business according to what our needs are. So a lot of our work is given as gifts, so it makes sense that we can just have, and it's quite simple in terms of the packaging. I know some companies may want more like a bow and a very kind of bespoke gift wrap with a tag on it or whatever, but and I know that GFS could handle that as well, because they have this tailoring service to what you need, because all the businesses are different here, but that's kind of what we use with our bespoke packaging, and it works really nicely for us. And
apart from having a family and soon to be even larger family with another one on the way, can you talk to me a bit about your order spikes and troughs throughout the year? And I know you've told me already that sometimes you just couldn't physically pack the number of orders in a day that you get, but what sort of shapes the business? And you also mentioned a little promotion that Not on the High Street did once, without you being aware of it until it happened.
So we do, at the moment we do paid advertising across social media, so we see a really good number of orders throughout the year, but our peaks are usually around key gifting occasions, like Valentine's is about to come up as we record this, Mother's Day, Father's Day, and Christmas, the big C. So we find that our orders very much spike at Christmas time, or if we decide to run a sale, we always let GFS know, there might be a bit of a spike. Peak. But then I think just the way that Not on the High Street, when we sell on Not on the High Street too, and when they were running promotions, they couldn't always let you know which ones were going to be picked up. I think they'd have a range of products that they put up for review, like for their Facebook ads, and sometimes ours would get picked up, other times it wouldn't. So it isn't like out of no fault of their own.
So you don't know it's going to come.
Yeah. So it was very fortuitous that in lockdown, in advance of Father's Day, the Tits mug was promoted, and the Tits design plus a mug, it's a good Father's Day gift. So having had this big surge in orders for those mugs, I was then working very closely with our fulfilment warehouse at the time to try and upscale how much stock we were ordering, how we manage those stock levels, and trying to get the orders out the door. And I find, there would be no way that we could be sending out that amount of orders every day and still be able to design new ranges, do our promotion, be parents, do all the other things, of all the other tasks that are required by general adulting.
So a lot going on in life, but you've now got Matt working with you as well.
Yes, yeah. So Matt's been part of before it even became a business, my hobby and love of illustration. Like, Matt's been part of that for the whole 15 years that we've been together, and so it just seemed like a natural point where business had grown over lockdown, and it had got to a point where I wouldn't have been able to sustain that growth, let alone make it grow any further without taking someone on, and Matt was the perfect person to join, and he was just finishing up a project that he was working on as an animator in Brighton and was looking for something else, and so we just thought, well, why not, let's just have a go. And in terms of having another pair of hands and a whole new load of expertise to come on board, we've been able to keep that growth going, because two heads are better than one.
So I think my big two takeaways are outsourcing to free up time, but also that a fulfilment house can do so much more than just picking it off a shelf and putting it in a box. So speak to fulfilment houses and tell them what you need.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they will be able to help. But I've got one last question for you, which is the one everyone's going to know is, where can I get a tits mug?
Very good
What's
question.
your website address?
So our website is sarahed.com. So if you go there, or you can also search for us on social media at Sarah Edmonds Art, and that's where you'll be able to find the whole range of puns and general naughty nature and cheekiness.
So for all those animal lovers out there, or
Indeed,
bird lovers,
yes.
that's where you can get your tits, your peckers, etc. from.
Yeah, absolutely. So and we ship worldwide as well. So it's we can sort you out.
Sarah, thank you so much.
Oh, you're very welcome.